A day in the extraordinary life of Mark Zuckerberg. At the moment, we can say that the king of social media is none other than Mark Zuckerberg. His recently renamed company, Meta, is the mother of Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Heading such a company is not really as easy as you would think. However, with how he does his things, some have called him a robot, while others have called him an alien. To top it off, he has a very iconic outfit, a gray t-shirt and a pair of jeans. But what is his day-to-day life like? Well, let's find out. Most people expect a successful billionaire like Mark Zuckerberg to be an early bird. This is true for most billionaires and millionaires out there, but not for Mark. Mark will ensure that he has a peaceful night, sleeping through the night until 8 a.m. The first thing he does when he wakes up is check what's going on in the world through his socials, as he also checks his emails. He has admitted that this is bad for his eyes, but he still does it anyway. Interestingly, his waking up at 8 a.m. did not start right now. In the past, when the company was still young, Mark and his group would get to work late and work late into the night, and occasionally they would even party late into the night. However, given that he now has a family, he had to change a few things about his life. Once he is done catching up on his socials, it is time to do some workouts. He has a session 3 times a week just to keep fit. He might decide to go to the gym, but he prefers running. In fact, he has said that the latter is one of his favorite ways to exercise. Occasionally, he will take his dog, Beast, for a run to make his running a bit more exciting. This is because it looks like a mop running around, which, I must admit, is pretty hilarious. Once he finishes his workout for the day, it's time to get some breakfast. During this time, Mark prefers to keep it as simple as possible and is not picky about what to eat. Most of the time, he will grab the first thing he sees or thinks of in the fridge. Once he gets something to eat, it's time to get ready for another day in the office. Zuckerberg might just have the easiest choice of clothing that you will ever see. Surprisingly, to many, he wears a gray t-shirt and a pair of jeans. This is quite unusual, but it is his style. Even cartoon characters have variety. However, Zuckerberg prefers it this way, claiming he doesn't want to waste any time thinking about what to wear for the day. However, the t-shirts he wears are not the ones you will find at Walmart. All his t-shirts are custom-made for comfort, and he gets them from Italian designer Brunello Cucinelli. And if you know a bit about the fashion world, you know that Brunello is known as the king of cashmere. Each t-shirt costs $400, and he will wear a different one daily. All these choices on food and clothing are to minimize the time he would waste on less important things, and given that he has a whole company to run, this makes some sense. After all, he needs all the time he can get to think about his plan to turn real experiences into virtual ones. If you keep up with the tech world, you know that Meta is working towards making one of the most realistic virtual realities ever made. And so, when he gets to the office, he has to start planning how this will work out. However, people don't know that this has been on Zuckerberg's mind for quite some time now. When he was having a Q&A session at Tsinghua University in 2014, one of the students asked him what he thought would be the future of technology. He answered this question by stating 3 things. He said that the important things in the future of tech would be connecting the entire world, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality. These are the 3 things that take up most of his time at work and are also what Meta is focusing on. The company is already working towards connecting the world by laying an undersea cable all over the continent. This aims to provide fast and reliable internet to about 23 countries around the continent. When it comes to artificial intelligence, Meta has already launched AI projects such as deep fake detection, dense pose, and AI for commerce. The latter is said to make online shopping easier for buyers and sellers. But amidst all this, the company's primary focus is virtual reality. However, a lot of people are afraid of this because of the potential to turn people into screen addicts, with everyone walking with a screen attached to their faces. However, everyone is still waiting to see if the metaverse, as Meta is calling it, is ready to turn every experience into a virtual one while making it as realistic as possible. Mark will mostly spend about 50 to 60 hours a week working on Facebook. However, most of his time is sometimes taken up by traveling. This changes his schedule entirely. He has to prioritize security and a private jet chartered when traveling. His travels have led him to meet people like Donald Trump, Pope Francis, President Emmanuel Macron, and one of his greatest friends, Vin Diesel. Even though he is a very busy man, he will make time for some of his guilty pleasures, such as reading or learning a new language. He always wants to learn something new, putting himself up to the challenge. In 2015, he resolved to read a new book every 2 weeks. This was possible for him, given the fact that he has a very flexible schedule. When it comes to learning a new language, Mark is pretty good at it. He has taken Mandarin Chinese, one of the most complicated languages to learn. In fact, he has become so good at it that he even told a genuinely funny joke to an entire Chinese audience. Even his wife, Priscilla Chen, has confessed that Mark was better than her at the language. It took him about a year to learn Mandarin to the level that he is at right now. His life was quite the same till the pandemic struck, and he had to change his routines. Mark and Priscilla both admitted that they sometimes had to bring their work home. However, even though Mark would spend time working on Facebook, he still made time to work on his and Priscilla's joint company, the Chan Zuckerberg Foundation. But one of the things the couple loved doing together during the pandemic was working on Mark's haircut. Priscilla would always trim his hair, styling it according to Mark's favorite character, Augustus Caesar, the first emperor of Rome. Priscilla has even confirmed that Mark adores Augustus, even naming one of their daughters August. Apart from that, one certain thing is that Mark loves his family. Some might even say that his love for his family is deeper than that in Fast and Furious. He takes Priscilla weekly on date night, where they spend quality time together. Moreover, there are times when Mark will come home late from work. When this happens, Priscilla has confirmed that he will make it up to them by spending quality time with her and the kids. For example, every Friday, the family comes together to try out another recipe in their recipe book as they make halo bread for Shabbat. When Mark comes home every night, he goes on to tuck his kids into bed, and as he is doing this, he always recites a traditional Jewish prayer, Mi Shebarach, which says, "May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing." He truly showers his family with love, although there have been lots of jokes about him being a robot. But at the end of the day, he manages to take care of the largest social media platform in the world, manage several companies that connect the world, and make time for his family. Quite a fascinating normal lifestyle. I mean, who wouldn't love to have time for everything they want? And more so, wake up at 8 a.m. Anyway, from how he handles his day to his love for his family, what intrigued you the most about his life? Comment down below. That's it. Leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Goodbye.